Good day everyone. Today I will be talking about technological tools, especially CANVA. CANVA is a complete design tool for anyone who is not an experienced designer. Most people see it as an image design tool, but it is much more. You can design everything from printable to PDFs to invoices to flyers to infographics to websites. Depending on your experience, you can either start from scratch or with their templates. It has a web version and apps for mobile phones and desktops. The app includes templates for users to use. The platform is free to use and offers paid subscriptions such as CANVA Pro and CANVA for Enterprise for additional functionality. Here are CANVA's top features. Number 1. Photo effects to improve photos. CANVA has several effects to enhance photos. You can add effects to photos that CANVA provides and photos you upload. You can see them at the top of the editor when you select a photo. This will let you flip photos, crop them, add filters, and adjust brightness, contrast, saturation, tint, blur, and others. Most effects are accessible with the free plan, though some features including background remover require a subscription plan. 2. Access to photos, videos, and templates. You can access millions of photos and videos and thousands of templates with the CANVA Pro plan. A fraction of these are available with the free plan. To use templates, click the Templates tab when you're on the editor. CANVA will automatically find templates based on the design type you selected. You can scroll through or search the templates by color or language. To find photos, click the Photos tab and choose photos in a similar way to the filter. You can also upload photos using the Upload tab. You can also access to icons, shapes, and stickers. CANVA has an Elements tab to find icons, shapes, stickers, charts, grids, gradients, and more. You can add them to your images and adjust color, transparency, and size. Number 4 is the font library. CANVA has a font library under text where you can find dozens of fonts, ranging from simple to sophisticated fonts with individual fonts and font pairs. If you search a font, CANVA will find the individual font and fonts that pair with it. You can choose a pair and add your text. If you have a Pro account, you can upload fonts provided you have a license to use that font. You cannot upload any font you want. And lastly, drag and drop editor. The drag and drop editor makes it easy to work with the photos, videos, templates, elements, and fonts. Choose what you want to create and CANVA will display all the relevant items. You can add them by the drag and drop method and make changes. You should be able to create your visuals in minutes. If you had used the templates before, you can probably make them in seconds. And now, into the cons of CANVA. As discussed, CANVA offers so many pros, but there are also a few cons. Here they are. First, you cannot create unique elements. CANVA doesn't let you conjure elements. These are pre-built designs and design-enhancing items such as lines, frames, icons, shapes, and stickers. You can only use those they give you. You can change colors and sizes, rotate them, and move them around, but that's about it. If you were using Photoshop or Illustrator, you could create these items from scratch. Number 2. Photos and templates appear generic. CANVA has hundreds of thousands of templates and millions of photos. They look great and appear better than many of the ubiquitous free features or stops, but they can look a bit generic. It's again because of the rigid nature of CANVA. Number 3. Not the best photo editor. CANVA is not the best photo editor. CANVA has photo editor features, but it can't do heavy-duty stuff that tools such as Photoshop can. If you work with more photos, you should either get Photoshop or combine CANVA with Lightroom. And lastly, Canva is hard to use on small screens. There's a mobile app, but it is harder to use. The experience on the computer is much better. That's all. Now let us proceed on how to use Canva.
How to use Canva. So the first thing you want to do is go on canva.com and click on sign up to create free account. Now, once you have your account, you can see that you're going to be given a lot of different templates that you can start off with. We're going to go to file and create a new design. Now, we're going to be using custom dimension. But as you can see, you can choose from a variety of different templates. And we're going to be making the width 1280 and the height is 720 to make our thumbnail. And now we're going to click on create new design. Now the toolbar is used to modify your files so you can resize. Go to file, you can change the margin as well as save and download your file. Or you can also download it by checking this button over here or by going to publish and then choosing the variety of option you can have at the top. Now, once you start selecting different content on the main canvas, which is over here and the top toolbar will be changing according what you have selected. Right underneath the top toolbar, you also have the option to add notes, add a new page, as well as copy the page that you currently have. And on the left side of the page, this is where you are going to be assessing all the different kinds of content which you are going to be adding to your main canvas to make the design that you're trying to create. Now, if you wanted to choose a template, all you have to do is click on the template and then go through whenever page you want to utilize. Click on it and it will be automatically show up. Now, once your template show up, you can hover over the different component of this canvas to see the components that your template is made out of, and you can click on each component to edit it. I'm just going to undo that because we are going to make our design from scratch. So once you understand how template works, what you can also do is to go to the photos and add a lot of the content what Canva already has available. Some of these are free, some of them you're going to pay a royalty or access the pro version. For example, we're going to be making a thumbnail for cooking video. So we're going to be using our own image. So you can go ahead and go to the Google Images. I want to find a pie on the table, so I Googled pie on the table and I found this image. So I'm simply going to copy it and paste it to my canvas. Now, once you have an item selected on Canva, you can see the top toolbar has changed and you can have a variety of different options on how you can modify the content that's selected. You can add various effects to it. You can add a little filter as well as change the color. So we're going to add the Dalian's filter to change the hue a little bit. We can also adjust different components of the content by each of its variables. So I'm going to go ahead and click on adjust and then make the image a little bit darker. We can also crop it, but I don't need to crop it, so I'm going to click on done. And if you wanted to flip it, we could also flip it, duplicate it, and also align it to the page. Now, on the very right side, you have the option to change the transparency of an image. So if you were going to do the some text, for example, on the top of an image, but you want to see the image behind it, you can shift this bar. You can also go ahead here and link the image to any external links if you're making a PDF or brochure or resume. And then you also have the option to lock an image. So what locking does is that you once you're done with editing an image and you don't want to accidentally click on it, you can lock it. And then finally, if you wanted to delete it, you can press the delete button. All I'm going to do to this image is hold shift and drag outward so that the image is the same size as the canvas. But an even faster way you can make your image is the background image. It's simple right-clicking and clicking on the set image as backgrounds. And there we go. It's automatically been fit to actually match the background. Now we're going to be adding element to this thumbnail that we created. By going into the elements option, I want you to ignore the trending elements, but what you can see, there is a lot of different elements that you can add to Canva that are already available. Some of which are even animated and they are all free to use. As you can see, because they don't have the pro icon, so this is a really powerful feature. I'm going to go ahead and search pie because I want a pie icon in my thumbnail. And I'm going to click enter and simply going to click on it and it's going to show up over here. And because this is an Canva element, now if I look at my top editing bar, I can actually modify the different color of the pie. So if I was making a darker pie, I could go to the color over here and I could go to a new color and make it even darker. Now, I'm going to go ahead and shrink this pie icon. I'm going to rotate it and duplicate it. So, we're going to go ahead and look at the elements once again. And we're going to add a shape this time. So, I wanna add square and I'm going to change this box so that it's going to cover the left half. And we'll also add some text. But before that, I want to bring this pie icon in front of the square. So I'm going to go ahead, click on it, and then click on the second pie by holding shift and I'm going to right click and click on bring to front. Now I'm going to change the color of each triangle because the gray is a bit bland. Click on the component and the component settings. Come up at the top. I'm going to click on the color and choose the dark red. Now, I'm going to go ahead and add some text. I will be using this font so I'm going to use it by clicking the font. I will remove the text and change it to how to bake a pie. And I'm gonna align it by pressing Ctrl plus A. And as you can see it, I resize this text box as well. It will automatically adjust. And if you want some space on the text, you can go to the spacing and modify the line height so it's more spread apart. And I will drag the text to the center of the box. So you can see the text were perfectly aligned to the box. I still want to add an icon of a baker on the right side of the box and make it large and align it to the box. And when we are done, we can download this on the download button on the top right, or you can click on publish and click on download. Now we're going to download it as a PNG at its regular size, but if you wanted to make smaller or larger, you can drag over here. And then download it. Now you can have a firm grasp on how Canva works and you can use it to make your own design. Thank you.
Nowadays, we can't deny that there's a lot of technological tools which can make impossible things into possible things. As a reflection for our chosen technological tool, which is the Canva, it is very helpful especially to the students and teachers because it can teach them how to work more creatively and it can use the platform to create guidance, posters, and more for the class and beyond. Since we're college students and we experiencing a lot of activities and projects, we realized that with the help of Canva, we can make our activities more creatively and make it unique. Further, Canva fosters creativity, critical thinking, design, and visual communication when in these are the skills that are central to preparing students for their future profession. At last, all of the technological tools are useful and helpful because it can make things easier and better.